Hey, welcome to the November 29th, 2023 Soul Circle Oracle session, or at least the beginnings of. And so this is the YouTube and kind of collective public portion. And then we'll switch into our live readings for whoever's here today. So I'm excited for us to do that. And I had said that we are going to talk about soul extraction and or maybe soul part extraction. Um, and then we're also going to talk a bit about Align Your Time, which is coming up tomorrow. And so Align Your Time 2. And this is just how it's going to work for now. So if you're catching this in the now time and it's, November 30th tomorrow or today, depending on when you watch this, then yeah, come out and join us live. And you can get a link from me. And I'm also going to give a link to anyone in Soul Circle, but it's going to look different in the new year, the Align Your Time series. So I'm really excited for the revamp of it, but I'm also really enjoying the process of getting these three out just to see, yeah, what it feels like for us going through it. So yeah, I really like getting anyone's feedback. I'm going to stop housekeeping on that stuff. We're also going to talk a bit about past lives. I think that's what's been coming up for us as well. And it makes a lot of sense that like extraction work and past life type work would be coming up around this season, and especially around full moons. There's a full moon recently, which I think brought up a lot of reminders of the past for people, and also ways that we might wish to move on or not carry anything things from the past. I've certainly been seeing that as like a commonly spoken phrase, like even in and around me in the world, and also in client sessions. Um, so past life work, I'll talk about in a second, but the energy extraction piece is, and the soul extraction piece is more about when there's some sort of like misplaced energy within your body. And a lot of people have been feeling like they were swimming through a lot of heavy and dense energy. But before that, maybe like a month or a few weeks before that, there was a ton of dreams coming in. And so kind of what I see happening, like in a very broad sense, it's almost like there's times where the, non-ordinary world is a lot more open to us, and tons kind of comes connecting to us, flying through our intuition, our dreams, and our minds and things. And then we need like processing time. Like we need time to actually compress and figure out what was happening, what we need to do with that, like to actually be in the real world. And so when you're feeling like a lot of that kind of density in and around your life, in your aura, or yeah, just sort of weighing you down, sometimes it is that there's soul parts attached to you, things that have sort of latched on that don't need to be there, or just misplaced energy, something just, it just sort of naturally came upon you. And other times there's like past patterns needing to be released. But no matter what, it's really important that you take care of yourself, your physical self, and find some ways to actually feel present in the body and to connect with very simple ways of like finding joy. Because a lot of these things, extraction, can feel like something is removed from you. And this is stuff that could be happening not even in direct shamanic healing sessions, but actually just as you're out living your life in the world. Is that it sometimes feels as though some piece of you is sort of like stuck on a loop. So this is the past life idea. So sometimes people come into this world with like a bit more burdens weighing on them. And so if you ascribe to or enjoy the idea of past lives, then the idea would be that, you know, through unlocking the memory and through revealing yourself, like what was that past life about, you can understand why there might be an increased intensity on a current today challenge, like this life challenge that you're having. Could also be where there's certain emotional needs that feel like more intense than others. I saw that with a few clients recently, like within the last month, that there's sort of like a past life tie that is increasing, like amping up the intensity level of a certain challenge or wound. Let me know in the chat if you have any questions. And of course, on the YouTube, let me know if you have any questions, because I'm happy to make more videos on this as well. There's so many belief systems like about past lives that I wouldn't be the expert for those. I really do think it's a valuable framework to think that there's actually certain aspects of ourselves that feel like we've maybe been through many lives or through time, or we feel close to certain time or memory. There might be people also really feeling the need to travel because they're connected to different areas of the world as well, or being in new environments that remind them of something about their past life. Yeah, and soul extraction work, I think, is I know it in a shamanic context, and I find it really helpful when people are carrying a lot with them, and it doesn't even necessarily need to be identified. It just needs to be like the weight lifted off of them, the burden removed a little bit, and or the like leech, separated from the body. And so on an energetic level, it's like, that there's not a leak from the person in that spot. It feels as though there's something there that doesn't need to be there. And so the process is actually to like take it up out of the body in some way, to remove it in some way. When you remove something like a soul part, some energetic entity that's inside a body, when you remove that, you really want to also put something back in so that it's not just sitting there kind of open and exposed. It's quite vulnerable to have something actually like removed from your energy, because you become familiar with it being there. Yeah, let me know if there's questions that come up about any of this stuff. I'm gonna pull a couple Prism Oracle cards just to get us started. Okay, you guys can relate. That's awesome. And then we'll get into our individual readings. So Align Your Time is tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. I will actually light my fire, so I'm not sitting here cold. But today I was toughing it out because, I was out most of the day, and so I wasn't keeping my fire lit. Okay. I'm also going to say it feels like we're going into a time, maybe the next few days or week until Sunday, there's a lot of clearing and slicing off, like letting go of the stuff that does not need to be here at this time in life. So we got the Death card, which I'm, to be honest, really not surprised about. I've been hearing so many people talk about different stories, death and dying. Yeah, I can absolutely pick a card we can do a little reading to figure out what life you were living, maybe what career you were working in a past life. So yes, I will answer that in our individual readings. And then we also have creativity and determination. And I've been really, really feeling into this vibe. All today, I was feeling really like almost like downloading the new blueprint is what it felt like, and feeling really excited for it, and actually very positive of the projects that I have, on the go for next year. These things that are really, they were like calling from a deep part of my soul and very connected to creativity. So whatever it is you're working on, and whatever it is that you feel needs to die or needs to be released, needs to be out of your life, just be gone from your life. Let's talk about that kind of stuff. I think that's what we need to deal with, is clearing these last bits for this next chapter. What needs to be let go of completely, just put to the side in order for this next chapter to be, freed up for you and like released for you. Because a lot of us, we get a kind of general sense of what might be coming next, whether we know the actual story of what comes next, or whether we just know the feelings that we are, moving into, or the practices that we're going to be embodying and things. So anyways, we'll keep talking about practices and past life things, and let's just get into our individual readings. So for anyone watching on the YouTube, if you're wanting to join us in the, epic hour after post conversation of these videos, then join the Soul Circle. and that's on my website in the links below. And Align Your Time is tomorrow. Soul Circle members get full access to that. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And then you can watch the replay anytime. You can watch the replay of all the other things that I've done in the past, all these different workshops for healing that I've done. I love hearing when someone has cycled back and gone to something that they found valuable within the coursework and different workshops that I've put on, and different talks as well. Sometimes people go back and watch the different talks I've done. And what else? I've got some Christmas holidays coming up. So, well, I mean, it's not like I'm doing Christmas the whole time, but I'm going to be winding down a little bit while I am able to visit family for a few weeks and working on the Empath Energetics book. So I think we're going to be able to keep Soul Circle up, but I'm not going to be bringing my cards. So that'll be something different in mid-December. So we can look forward to that. And I think that's everything for now. I'm really enjoying, I was posting about hypnosis recently. I'm really enjoying doing hypnosis and shamanic healing work. So if you're interested in any of those things, you can also get in touch. And if not, we will be back again on Sunday, if not earlier. Sometimes I get inspired to do videos before the next planned one, but if not Sunday. Okay, take care, everyone.